What would it be like if we lived in a world where kids didn't learn to hate themselves first, but we just stayed with that love?
Hi guys, I'm Magda from Cinéfilos Argentina, and I'm thrilled to meet you all. How are you?
Fantastic. Nice to meet you.
Great. Great to meet you too.
Thank you so much. My first question is for Brie. As an executive producer and director, what do you think was the biggest challenge you faced with this project growing up?
Let's see. I think the biggest challenge for me was just thinking through safety. That was the biggest. It ended up being great, but being very particular about not just who we cast, but who we cast as our crew to make sure that the alchemy was right, that people felt safe to tell their story, because the whole thing falls apart if no one feels comfortable being themselves, because the whole point was to be honest. So that was the part that me and the other producers were just very specific, very critical of, so that we could have this freedom and that people could feel safe to be themselves, to tell their story, and that they felt that when it was done and the show was wrapped and coming out, that they could stand proudly in it and feel like they were properly represented.
How did you all experience the process of this project growing up? Did you relive some traumas or was it liberating? Isabel?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure.
No worries.
Well, first off, I'm incredibly grateful that I got to go through it with my best friend. So that was always great. And our episode particularly highlights like our friendship and I guess just looking back on the experience as a whole. Growing up, it's scary, as we'll probably all mention. It's scary, it's intimidating. You don't know what's going to happen, but for my particular case, I was just so glad I had someone like Claire always having my back through every step of the way, even though we're both dealing with our own things and going through our own situations, and kind of just opening up the avenue for conversations like communication and communicating with ourselves like, hey, I'm not feeling the best right now, but how are you doing, and exactly why we're feeling this way. So I think just highlighting the importance of feelings and human connection is really important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, if you're talking about things that were difficult, it can bring up difficult emotions. Again, I'd like to emphasize or reiterate the point that Isabel made. I don't really know how the other heroes, as we like to call them, were able to like go through this process, because just like having Isabel with me really made it a lot easier and a lot more I felt very, very supported, especially talking about like difficult things. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I felt comfortable, and I'm glad that I was able to talk about the things that I've experienced. So other people, again, like I'm sure you'll hear a lot today, and from the other people here, the other people will be able to have conversations about the topics that were discussed in the show and feel open to talk and share about them.
This process was really incredible for me. I feel so lucky for the opportunity, and it really helped me hone and understand that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to tell stories. I want to tell my story. I want to tell and uplift other people's stories like Brie is doing. I am an artist and activist and a healer. And so this is what I do. I was so filled up being on set with, and especially like Brie has talked about, the team who was behind the scenes was so crucial and important. And so seeing so many femme people and people of color there and supporting me, and helping us all feel comfortable and good, and resonating with our stories, like that was so meaningful to me, to feel that like in-person interaction too on set, because we've been waiting for so long for this to come out to the big world, and that's really exciting too, but having those personal connections on set, it was really, really meaningful.
Well, thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations to you all. You're amazing. Thank you very, very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.